Hello everybody and welcome to Infinity Nikki memes. This video is gonna be sandwiched in between some very serious topics, and that's probably where it belongs because sometimes we all need a little bit of good vibes. So welcome to me in my Red Riding Hood turned goth and went into the funeral veil that I'm currently wearing. It's meant to be for church for the most part. That's the function that I bought it under. But honestly, this little bow tie that you tie it with is so incredibly cute that it felt really appropriate to have in this video. So without further ado, let's just go out there and look at some memes. In this post, the person was surprised by a new PC by their friends. First of all, can I borrow some of your friends? I can do with half, but having people that would buy stuff for me sounds incredibly nice. And they set this desktop up for them, and I can't lie, it is kind of creepy. Just. I'm pretty sure that sound exists somewhere online that's entirely royalty free, and I can overlay the actual noise instead of making my own. But I do love how their second monitor, it's like Discord, Steam, and several other things that they use, and just Infinity Nikki. And there is a comment that makes it even better. Called them a bit later saying, I can't find the shortcut for Nikki, help. And the OP responded with, I had that moment for a second when they left and I went to play the first time and didn't have my usual shortcut on the taskbar. Now I pick a different desktop shortcut each time. Wake up in the morning like, them, the new 5-star is ugly. Meanwhile, me right now, wee! Unfortunately, with the Infinity Nikki community, because the current banners in the current place that we're in are mostly all like ballroom gowns, whenever new banner releases or gets announced, everybody immediately goes, oh, we have seen this one before. Oh, it's so ugly. Oh, it's horrible. Oh, I'm still saving up my currency and I have nothing to spend it on. All of these clothes in the store and you don't want any of them. And then after the patch comes out, everybody suddenly turns around and goes, oh, I got the dress in game and actually it looks really good. And then for several weeks, you just have people taking pictures with the new clothes and super enjoying them. And then the next patch cycle comes along and everybody once again goes, the new 5-star is ugly! And just rinse and repeat. It's like a never stopping process, but I guarantee you, no matter when this video comes out, no matter what is the current banner, it will still be happening because that's just how the cookie crumbles. Finally did a group shot kick. I actually had something similar done, but instead of kicking another person, I made a picture with oh no, I'm falling, or pretending that they kicked me. I also had pictures where I was trying to kick NPCs for other people. Unfortunately, they received 0 likes, so I eventually took them down because you can only have 50 pictures up at the same time. So whichever pictures that people are engaging with publicly, you leave up publicly, and the other ones I'm like, this can be in my personal photo album. I don't need this to be public anywhere. And it's quite unfortunate because some of the pictures that I take and post in public, I think that they're pretty funny and that they had a pretty nice tagline underneath them, and then they receive 0 likes and I'm like, oh, I probably should not take up the job as a comedian. I bet that's not gonna work, which is great, as that's not part of my plans. So it all works out eventually. I swear, why are people turning Momo into a creepypasta? Skull emoji. And for the first time ever, this is not an actual skull emoji, it's something that got typed out. Ghost of Momo. Teletubbies. Just like the scariest rendition of Teletubbies possible. I remember seeing an image somewhere where like Teletubbies were put through like a black and white filter and made scarier and like reposted. And I'm pretty sure that there's quite a few memes out there where they slow down the song to Teletubbies in order to make it a lot scarier. I do appreciate turning Momo into Teletubbies and being like creepy pasta in this very, very friendly and wholesome game. I love when community does that in general. Googling the wiki for outfits, reading the underlying text, sent my mind to these two. List of bottoms. Infinity Nikki. Don't do these two boys so dirty. You don't know their preference. They could be tops. I mean, they don't look like tops, but they could be tops. Who are we to judge? No need to be so mean, Google. That's entirely unnecessary. Momo, please. Is the cat talking? I don't know, Momo. Is the cat talking? Are you talking right now? The trailer for 1.3 update has released, and this is from the trailer, and what happens in the trailer is that like a talking cat approaches, and your talking humanoid cat looks at the talking cat and goes, "Is the cat talking?" I'm pretty sure that the developers are very self-aware when they make jokes like that, because a few times they practically broke the fourth wall by pointing out how much things don't make sense, or by pointing out behaviors that players are doing more than like Nikki is doing. So it's not like they overlooked this is probably like on purpose. Big things are happening for me tonight, stylists. Me trying to pick which of Nikki's special bedtime outfits she should wear tonight. The crackhead who has just broken into my home. For anyone wondering, he broke into our garden and he was hiding behind a tree in the dark, and when my brother took my dogs out to pee, that's when he made his move. But then my brother, after getting the dogs inside, tackled him before he could get in, and then the police came and arrested him. This is the outfit I ended up picking. This person had like the most epic life story happen in the middle of like playing a silly dress up game. But like imagine a homeless person or a crackhead or a robber breaks into your house and you're just like playing the most wholesome game, just like sitting there and your computer going, "Let me dress up my person in like these new little cute pajamas before they're gonna go Betty bed and I'm gonna log out and also gonna go Betty bed." It would look so cute and wholesome. I'm not entirely sure that Home Invader would appreciate it, but it would look so cute and wholesome. My app brokey. This happened after I updated it. I can play on PC, but is anyone else having this problem? I don't know what you're talking about. Seems completely fine to me. It's just, you're just going into that weird no signal on your TV creepy realm, but you should totally still log in and take pictures inside of it, because I guarantee you it's gonna be like the creepiest shit possible, and everybody online will be so jealous that you were able to get these super glitched out graphics and they can't take pictures as cool as you. Speaking of which, there are looks that are really hard to forget. Just once again. That sound file, I will definitely need to find it one day, but that day might not be today. Just, you know, fun dress-up game, guys. It's just a fun dress-up game. Mothman? No. It has to be like either Nikki Man or Momo Man. I suggest Momo Man because it's close to Mothman, even though that is definitely Nikki on screen. But at the same time, it's like Shadow Realm Nikki. So can you actually be sure that that is a Nikki? I can't be sure that that's a Nikki. Similar to games you played on the Steam page. Is this game relevant to you? Similar to games you played. Dark Souls 3. Infinity Nikki. I sense another like crossover brewing that might entirely be caused by weird Steam recommendations. Infinity Nikki X Dark Souls. When? Because for some reason that population does actually overlap. In certain areas, like people will make Dark Souls memes and people will make Elden Ring memes inside Infinity Nikki. So at some point, those player bases have like entirely crossed over, and I don't think that anyone would be super mad at that. But that's just me having my hopes up for like the most humanly inappropriate crossovers. But please make it happen. I would pay good money to make it happen. I can't stop taking silly pictures with everyone's Nikki, and this is just kind of an illustration of how the community usually is, and I really love it for that. What a great plan we had! Now we're trapped in here! Excuse me, miss, are you sure you don't want an umbrella? Hey, I understand you're having fun, but this is a Pieces house, and you're stepping on it, miss. Very cool ruins you have going on there, and it's like you just look through a window that is no longer present, and you just see like a person posing inside the ruins. You and me, sister, we could rule the world. And that is nearly the same outfit, but it's not. At first I thought that it was because of just how similar it is, but I'm pretty sure that this person is using different hair and different dress than this dress is, and you're like, of course, Mirta. After all, their colors are different, but there is an evolution of this dress, rather unevolved. This dress, if I remember correctly, is white with green, which is very, very close to what the girl is wearing next to her. So I suppose the person took this picture because they do kind of look alike. Like, they look like they might have similar fashion sense. I love when people are brave in order to pose with, like, other people's characters and put in silly captions like that. I'm pretty sure that that's almost what the game is meant for. I know that it's like an open world RPG full of exploration and everything, but weird pictures bring so much joy. Please never stop taking them. I think the picture speaks for itself at this point. I love playing Infinity Nikki on mobile. There's a door there. I'm pretty sure that that's a door. And that's probably a rug, and it is in the middle of the ocean, which means that a lot of assets failed to load, and reconnecting! Infinity Nikki runs on a lot of devices, like mobile, PS5, PC, but if you're on mobile, you're gonna be having the worst experience possible. Because it's kind of a fairly intensive game, so you're already gonna be running it on potato quality, but also the controls are not the best. And with your potato quality, sometimes mobile just glitches out gloriously. But at the same time, you can take the kind of photo shoots that nobody else can. You will just have real trouble posting it, especially if you can't hold a connection. Bumping into these guys was like so inspiring. Time to make a new outfit. It's playing a joke on the fact that in the story, Nikki is sometimes very flippant when she sees something that is absolutely terrifying. Like, these people are imprisoned and held against their will, and the story kind of played it off like, oh, that's so sad. Anyway, I've gotten inspiration for a wishing Rosa miracle outfit. Yay! Like, I thought of myself of like the best shoes. The community found that like juxtaposition of tone to be so weird that people have ran off to make all sorts of weirdest pictures, including like stepping on people that are like fallen over or down or injured and going, it ain't about her, or I have now gotten inspiration for this wonderful outfit piece. Honestly, I kind of love the game for that because you when things are just wholesome, you expect just wholesome. But when the game just like throws really dark shit at you and like the main character's seemingly entirely oblivious to how dark it is and say things that would come off as crass, rude, and really wrong in any kind of real life situation, it really takes you out and it just sets for a very hilarious scene, even if it is done rather unintentionally. Just rewatch the 2022 debut trailer. I don't know what you think that thing is there, but that is not my son. They redesigned the cat. A lot of people are rewatching the old trailer because there are areas that we haven't gotten where people are like, well, that's cut content, it's not coming. But then as updates roll out, we actually get content that was in the 2022 debut trailer, but not in the game currently. So people are revisiting the trailer to try and predict what's coming next. They really cutified the cat, and I'm glad that they did it, because this cat, like with the yellow coat on, which is still in the game by the way, the face just comes off pretty wrong. And like, how can you not love that? How can you say no to that? It is such a cute face, and it's not like a super big difference, but it is such a cute face from such a cute kitty. Help! I glitched the game, but it looks pretty cool. Oh, don't worry, your Nikki's just in the apocalypse right now. See what I mean when people like get game glitches? They're pretty post-apocalyptic, very creepy, but also you will have the cutest the coolest pictures ever. Everyone will be so jealous of you because I would love to post in the post-apocalyptic wherever you are, but I can't because my game works perfectly and yours don't. So enjoy whatever dying thing is happening on your side of the computer, and I hope that your graphics card doesn't pop because that would be kind of awful and very expensive. No more Infinity Nikki for me, I guess. I left the balloon hopper minigame and Nikki just warped the fuck away, leaving Momo and the Eureka behind. So, Eurekas are like things that you can wear on Nikki. They're like tiny little shiny things. So, like, you see the shining bubble and like the shining spiral and the shining star. That stayed, and the cat stayed. And Nikki's gone now. Bye, Nikki. Everybody wave. It's Infinity Momo now. Finite Nicola. She teleported to Limited Nicholas. Invisible Naki. Your Nikki is finite. You got the defective version of the game, I guess. I am so sorry. I finally experienced the eye glitch for myself. I was just trying to find a good angle and take pretty pictures with this Nikki, and then, oh. So that's their Nikki, I think. Well, this one is seeing something horrifying. It is kind of funny. I always thought that the way that people do these kind of expressions is you can select to make Nikki look at the camera when you're striking a pose. So I imagine that if you put the camera on the floor, she has to like kind of tilt her head and super turn her eyes down, and that's how she would be staring at the camera. But apparently it's a bug, so sometimes you can get Nikki's in the wild that just have seen the most terrifying shit ever, or the most unhinged shit ever, or they're seriously grossed out with you. But whatever's happening, you probably don't want to be there. Like, when somebody looks at you like that, that's not a good sign. Me, when I sneak 7 hot dogs, 3 large bags of chips, a 2 liter of Coke, and a family-sized lasagna into the movie theater. The fork is in my hair. There are some very poofy outfits that you can get, and there are some fairly warm outfits that you can layer on top. So this is a very poofy warm coat that they put on a tutu dress that kind of like expands at the bottom. And I've seen some other games deal with this kind of inflation by just like deflating the dress. And I know that people that played those games have not enjoyed it. So I'm very glad that Infinity Nikki does just this goofy shit where it expands your coat outwards. That's to keep a structure like that, like the skirt structure. Normally you would wear an underskirt or several underskirts, but to keep a coat poofed up together with the skirt, you would need some like fairly hard items underneath your dress. So it's fair to assume that Nikki is just like sneaking a lot of snack into the movie theater. Me, when I get the dress with a pity pull using free crystals from events. Peasants! You don't even like have the full outfit. You just got lucky enough to pull the dress with the free shit that the game gave you, and you're like, all these peasants that don't have the robes such as mine. I am so much better than you. Anytime I have to do a photo investigation, normally in the game, there are some quests where you're gonna approach a person and they're like, oh, I took a picture of this thing, but I can't actually find it in the photo anymore because my eyes are like pretty bad. Like, for example, I went taking pictures of bugs inside the grassy field, and now I have this picture with me, and I know that there's bugs inside this grassy field, but I can't find them. And then your Nikki has to like point them out where they are, and then they get circled. So that is entirely appropriate. Like, and this is where we're gonna end today's Nikki's meme compilation. It will be pretty dated by the time that this video is out, because this video will probably be out a couple weeks after it got filmed. I do make quite the backlog. I did this because I like the subreddit, and honestly, I like Nikki memes. I think that they're really wholesome and really fun to look at, especially all the creepypasta ones. Very, very wholesome, guys. Thumbs up. But if this proves popular, I don't mind like revisiting this like once a year or something. We can do this together, guys. We can watch some Infinity Nikki memes as a wholesome activity. In the meantime, if you want memes, just like go to that subreddit and filter content by meme, which is what I did. This is like 3 days worth of the memes that I liked. So yeah. Thank you for watching. I hope that it was fun. If you like more of this kind of non-serious content, please do tell me in the comment section down below. If you want to subscribe to this channel, do take a look at the rest of the things that I make, because I make quite a few serious videos about gaming industry and spirituality, and I do play retro games, and I also talk about tabletops. There's a variety of content in here, so before you subscribe, make sure it's a thing that you actually enjoy watching. This was just like my chill out time, my way of relaxing, and I'm glad that we did it. It was a very fun journey. So thank you for watching. I hope that I'm gonna see you on my other videos. Thank you so much for my Patreon subscribers that allow me to do videos such as these. And I hope I'm gonna see you in my other videos. Toodaloo!